swept away Ink and Max's struggle in the floods. The streets were already cruel to them. But when the skies opened and the floodwaters rose, Ink and Max faced a battle that nearly cost them everything. The rain began as a drizzle. Ink crouched beneath a rusted bench, her fur damp, while Max paced nervously beside her. They had weathered storms before, but this one was different. By nightfall, the streets had turned into rivers. Water rushed through alleys, carrying trash and debris with it. Max barked in panic as the cold waves lapped at their paws. Ink hissed, her instincts screaming move now or be swept away. They ran. Through the pounding rain, through streets that no longer looked familiar, they searched for high ground. But with every turn, the water rose higher. Max slipped once, dragged by the current, but Ink leaped forward, biting onto his ear, pulling with all her strength until he scrambled back to her side. Together, they found an abandoned car, half submerged in the flood. Max climbed onto the hood, shivering, while Ink clawed her way to the roof, meowing sharply, urging him to follow. There they sat, soaked to the bone, watching the water swirl around them. Hours passed. The city was chaos, sirens wailed, people shouted, and the current carried broken wood, bottles, and even whole trash bins past them. Hunger clawed at their bellies, but survival came first. When morning came, the flood was worse. The car shifted, threatening to tip. Ink spotted a floating wooden crate nearby. She leaped onto it, calling for Max. With one desperate bark, he leaped after her, landing hard but safe. The crate carried them downstream. They clung to it with all their strength, Max whimpering, Ink refusing to let go. Finally, the current slowed, and the crate wedged against a tree near the edge of the floodplain. Exhausted, they crawled onto dry ground. Their fur was heavy with mud, their bodies trembling, but they were alive. That night, under a broken shelter of cardboard and sticks, Ink licked Max's face clean, her purrs steady, calming his shaking body. He leaned against her, eyes closing, trusting her warmth. They had survived the storm. The floods had taken everything what little scraps they had, the spots they used to rest, even the familiar alleys they once called home. But they still had each other, and that was enough to keep going. In the flood's fury, when everything was lost, Ink and Max found strength in their bond. Homeless, hungry, and cold, they endured the storm, not as two strays, but as family. Sometimes survival isn't about what you have, it's about who you have.